Welcome to the HeSo Hollywood podcast. We got a few topics today. I went to the grocery store. I went for some deodorant. Now, we have this whole quarantine shit going on, so it's like everybody walking around with masks. So, I was in the section to grab me some deodorant, and this lady walked behind me. She was like, "Hey, could you grab that for me?" I'm like, what do you mean? And she was like, it's right above you. And I looked at her like, you think I'm tall enough to grab that shit? Like, I didn't say it, but in my brain, I'm like, yo, like, I can't reach that, and you know I can't. So she started laughing. So, she started laughing and shit. So she was like, hey, I think you're cute or whatever. I just want to know if I can get your number. So I'm like, she had a mask on and shit, and she was coughing. So in my brain, I'm thinking like, yo, she bad, but it's like, I don't know what the fuck you got. So I had gave her my number and shit. And then, a long story short, she texted me about an hour ago before the podcast even started and was like, "Hey, this is well, I'm not gonna throw her name out there. This is Ashley, and I was just calling, I was texting to say hey and whatnot, and it was cool. I'm like, okay, I was texting back and forth for a little bit, and she told me that one of her family members working at a hospital dealing with patients that got corona. I work at a mental institution as well. People who are quarantined that had symptoms of the Rona. We were talking about, our jobs, people ran about shit. So I ended up telling her about this one story about this lady that I work with. I'm not gonna throw her name out there for legal reasons, but it's this elder lady about in her, late 70s, maybe she look about 80 something. So this lady loves men. Now she likes young men. So I went there to go deliver snacks, right? I had a snack cart full of, snacks for the patients. This lady, she walked up, she waddled over there and everything. She walked up, she like, you. And I'm like, I looked at her and she's like, yeah, you. And she started walking towards me and shit. You. So in my brain, it's like, what is going on? And I had the snack cart. So now, when I first got the job, I was scared of her. Now, like, listen, I'd be like, listen, you can't come get none of this shit. You got to back up. So she walked up to me and she grabbed my hand so damn tight, like it was some vice grips. She clamped my fucking wrist hard as a bitch. And she was like, come here, boy, I want to marry you. And then she started licking her tongue and flicking her tongue and shit. So I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck am I going to do? So it's like, it's a job. You can't touch patients. You can't push them. You can't do none of this shit. So it was like I was stuck in a situation, and the people who look after the patients just watched the whole shit unfold right in front of them. Like I couldn't fathom, like, you motherfuckers not doing your job. She got the death grip on me and shit. So she grabbing the fuck out of my wrist, like I thought I was in handcuffs. How hard she was fucking grabbing me, and said that she wanted to marry me, and she flicking her tongue and licking the air and shit. Made me highly uncomfortable. Like, what the fuck? So eventually she just let go because I wasn't moving. Like I couldn't pull. Well, I tried to pull away, but like that little old lady grip was so damn hard. Like, nigga, like you would assume that if she swung, she could knock Ali out. Like her shit, like her, man, vice grip hands. Either way, the people who look after the patients, they was watching and shit. They didn't say shit at all. They didn't say shit. They didn't do shit. So in my eyes, I gotta handle this situation my damn self. So I said, look, lady, I can't marry you. And she was like, I want you. I'm like, listen, I want you to just go back to your seat. I'm going to walk you over there, okay? So she proceeded to grab my hand again, and I could not let go. Set her down. So she started licking the air and shit again. So in my brain, I'm like, listen, I have to get out of here because the people who look after these patients, they ain't doing shit. So I'm tired of this. So it's like, yo, this job was funny as hell. It's like I could tell you a new story every fucking day.